Good afternoon, Rowan. It's Monday, and hopefully one of these weeks I will get to say, I hope I can get through this video before the rain starts again. Today is not that day, but we're gonna make a quick video, maybe quick, let's be real, I like to ramble, talking about squash, because my squash plants are exploding, and because it's supposed to rain all week, I'm a little worried about the bees getting out and pollinating them because they're not really out right now. They're hiding from the rain. So I'm going to show you how I hand pollinate my squash. We're going to start with this plant here. As you can see, I've got some two big plants there that are exploding that also have some flowers, and there's another squash plant on the other side of the driveway. But it's about noon here, so the flowers have started to close back up, but that's okay because we're just gonna open them. I think that's really cool about squash plants if you've never seen it before, where in the morning these will be large and open and beautiful, kind of like that one is over there right now, and then as the day goes on they close back up. But what I'm gonna do, here's one that opened over the weekend, and I hand pollinated these the same way. I used them not fully open male flower though, so I'm not sure if it worked yet, but here's what I like to do. Last year I used a paintbrush. Just pull that guy off. But this year I've taken the approach of just pulling the male flower off. So this is a male flower because it's got a stem and not a baby fruit like that one. That is not a bug on my finger. That is a piece of stem. And then I'm gonna open this flower up, which I don't think I can do one-handed, so hold on. So I find it easiest just to peel all of the petals off, because this pollen goodness, if my camera will focus on it, it's what we want. So then I'm just going to peel back these flowers, petals, and I try not to rip these ones off. And let's see if I can do this one-handed and film at the same time. And then I'm just going to rub the two little buds together there, so you can see hopefully the little inside of the female flower down in there. I just rub that guy all over it, make sure it's got lots of good pollen on it, and then we're done. Down here, this I believe is my Desi squash. I lost the marker for it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It has these round little fruits, and this will be easier to show because I don't have to pull the things back. So I just get it all up in there, rub it around. This squash I really loved last year. It's not as watery as like a zucchini is, and so it cooked up really nice and held up a lot longer before it started to get soggy like other summer squashes can when you cook them for too long. So I really do like that. If you haven't tried it, it has a unique flavor, but like I said, I really enjoy it. So if you, and they're round little like baseball size squash, and I'm a big fan. I just really enjoyed them last year. So if you need more squash, but look at how big this plant is, like hand for scale. It's huge. It just, I don't know if it's because this back corner gets a little bit more shade and it's really liked that or what, but I definitely need to prune some of these bottom leaves off here soon, because like this one here is just laying right on the ground, and that's not good. But yeah, there's my other eggplant, which I'm gonna leave it and try and keep some of these squash leaves off of it, and hopefully it'll be okay, but we'll see. I did not expect this plant to get this big. My plants were not that big last year. Little yellow squash, crookneck squash here. Hope there's enough pollen on this one little male flower to go around. Obviously, if you're trying to save seeds, don't do what I'm doing, because I'm using one male flower from one variety of squash to pollinate all of my squash plants. It's not ideal. If you want to save seeds, because you're going to get a cross. I'm intentionally cross-pollinating, but that's just because I want fruit, and I'm not worried about cross-pollination because I'm not going to save these seeds. I might try and save some seeds later on once the plants are kind of consistently opening male and female flowers at the same time, and I can pay more attention and do that and then mark those squash. But for now, I just want to harvest, so we're using one male flower to pollinate everybody. So yesterday I looked at the forecast and I realized, oh crap, we're gonna get rain all week, and I've got garlic that needs to come out. Now, I could have left them. I pulled everything that was really close. I did leave the others that needed more time, but garlic is best harvest when there hasn't been a lot of rain, so that the paper, what becomes the papery outside, isn't soaking wet. So I pulled 3 little bags of garlic, and it's currently in the house, and I need to get it hung up in the garage. But right now, I'm currently thinking about what should go in these bags. I don't want to do tomatoes. Well, I don't have any more tomato starts left. I could probably pull some suckers. In fact, there's one right here. And do that, but I don't want to deal with trellising them or coming up with a trellis or using tomato cages or something. Maybe a cherry tomato in a cage might be a cool experiment, and not really prune it, see what happens. That might be a good idea. I've got lots of squash. I've got beans. So yeah, I'm not fully decided on what's gonna go in there yet. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think I should do? Should I do more squash? Should I do more beans? What else could I do? Okra, maybe? Anything that doesn't need a trellis really could go in there. So there's a lot of options, but let me know your thoughts on what you think I should throw in them. Look at these. So cute. I'm so excited. This is my craziest plant that just has flowers everywhere and is going crazy, and I cannot keep up with pruning any of them. And then there's this guy over here. My one Amish paste plant, and it is pathetic. This is also the plant that had the hornworm on it. Now, it doesn't look pathetic because of the hornworm, but the hornworm didn't help. As you can see, all of this up here that got chewed on. I'm really torn. I really loved my Amish paste plant last year, but this guy's just not doing well at all. So I'm trying to decide if I give it a little bit longer to see if it gets some new growth, because if it does start to put on some new growth that looks really good, like, it's got a long ways to trellis up and I would still get more than enough fruit. Or do I root a sucker from another plant? Do I go to a nursery and try and find an Amish paste plant? I haven't fully decided yet. And then I have my first ever calendula blooms, and I'm so excited. So I probably need to pick these today before they start to drop flowers and get them inside to dry and to encourage the plant to grow more. That's what we got going on today in between all of the crazy rain. My goal this week is to just get out here anytime there's a break in the rain and my work schedule allows, to prune what needs to be pruned, tie up what needs to be tied up. I need to clean. I still have, you can't see them, but I still have all my starter pots and trays just sitting here, and they really need to get washed and put away. So lots of maintenance to do this week, but I wanted to show you how I pollinate my squash. You can do it with a paintbrush. I've just found it easier to do it with the flower itself, because then I don't have to remember to bring a paintbrush out or go back inside to get one, and that male flower is just gonna fall off and die anyways. So you can cook them. If you didn't pull the flowers off like I did and you preserved that blossom, squash blossoms are really popular food item. I have not tried it. I do want to. I'm very curious about it. So if you have, let me know. Share your recipe ideas. But for now, I got to get back inside and finish catching up on work from being off last week. But hopefully I will get this edited quickly and up for you. And I hope that everything goes well for you guys. I know you're supposed to get a lot of rain this week too. So hopefully our gardens don't drown and we are soon harvesting lots of wonderful goodies to eat.